Hello Ramblers, and welcome to a full walkthrough tour of the 2026 Jayco Northpoint 377 RLBH. Before we continue, let's take a quick look at the floor plan and some of the key specs. Feel free to pause if you'd like to take a closer look.
Hi there! Okay, before I let you come in, I have to say, nothing makes me more excited than an RV that has something a little special, like something that makes it different from all the others. This is not just that RV, it's that RV times like 1,000. So I am super excited to show you guys this super awesome rig. So come on in. Please notice the grab handle as you come in. One of my favorites. So, first vibe in here is something that actually I don't tend to notice until the very end, and then it's like, oh, I gotta talk about that. It's the lighting. The lighting in here is crazy. First of all, you have lighting with lighting. Like you have accent lighting for the lighting in like several spaces. Here, up here, there are lights everywhere. So if you're scared of the dark, this is like the perfect rig for you. Seriously, look at all these lights back here. I mean, they're everywhere. Above the slides. I mean, under the countertop, you know, under the cabinets here. There are lights everywhere. So it would be really cool if this was at night because I'd love to see how bright it is, but we're not gonna wait that long. So, the lighting was the first thing that I saw, and I just thought it's got to get better from here because if I'm really impressed by the lighting, everything else is going to wow me as well. So let's start with the dining room. The table is super easy pull out. It's kind of on a roller, I think, back there, so it comes out really easily. You can see how far it comes out. There are 2 other chairs in the bedroom, so if you do need that seating space, I don't think would probably, I mean, the chairs definitely take up some storage space in the back. So I'm not sure that would be something we would use, but they're really nice chairs. You can see they're upholstered. And then you have this great area right here where you can put your food, a little serving area, knickknacks, holiday decor, whatever. And then there's storage under here. There's one of these on each side. And then under, there's even more storage. So, I mean, this isn't super convenient to get to, and it's not really deep. It's maybe like 4 or 5 inches deep. But hey, it's storage. And we're not going to be mad about storage, right? Let's not forget about the power tower. So if we give this a little push and lift up, we have power here, so you can plug in your laptops, phones, whatever it is that you need. So that is in the perfect position right there. Love the floors, tons of space right here. This does not feel squishy at all. I mean, this is just a really nice space. So no matter how big or small you might be, you can belly up to the table and not feel super squished. So, which is really, really nice. Let's take a look at the sofa. So, Jayco, they've changed their sofa, their interior to cloth. I have not been excited about this. I know many people are. I was not one of them. Our Jayco does not have cloth, and so I thought, I don't think I'm gonna like it. So I've been sitting in here for a while, just kind of taking things in. And this is actually, I mean, really nice. I don't know if the camera really does it justice. It is not like a microfiber textury, leaves weird marks and stuff. I would say it almost looks like canvas in a way. And it feels a little like canvas, but a really soft canvas bag. So it feels really like it's structured really nice. And then when I was sitting in it, I thought, these are firm, but they're not a bad firm. They're a supportive, like well-made firm. And I'm really impressed. I was not going to like these. I was determined not to like them. But I do feel like they're very comfortable and really quite nice. So they do come with little trays. And I'll show you how to put those in. And then there's a USB here, and then they are electric, so they open and close. They have heat, they have a light, they have massage, I think. These do not open on the side, but there is a pull down in the middle, which is very nice for your cup holders, because I need that for my emotional support mug. And then this is also a plug, and then 2 more USBs, which is fantastic. So these little things do not stay on if you don't want them on. So you can see on this side, it's not on. I just have it tucked away here, but it easily just fits into this little spot right here, and it just moves around easily. You can take them and put them away. They're not really big. They're probably maybe 12 inches by 8 inches or so, but they are nice if you just want to have a little snack or something. I don't know if you could work from a laptop on here. Maybe. But anyway, let's go to the back. So you do have side tables, and they lift up for storage, and there is plug-ins over here, and there is a USB right there. So again, more places to plug up if you need to. This is super awesome. So it's one of these. Look at that. So if you do want to do some work, this would be a great place to do it. You have storage in here. This is really, really fantastic. Oh, there's nothing to hold it down. So there we go. But you can see that it is these straps. I lift these out so you can, you turn it upside down, and then you just strap it upside down on the sofa here. So it's, we love having a bench. Our bench in ours goes with the dinette, but we love it. The dogs love it.
You know, one thing I do like with this is you actually now have 3 working areas in this RV. You've got this for people who might not be on the phone all the time, and you've got this, and we'll discuss that. There's one more.
Okay, so this, and I didn't even go over the storage up here. So really nice hinges on here. Keep everything up, and there's shelving, which is great. Love it. These are really solid, nice, firm cabinets. You have a little bit more storage here. This isn't super deep, but like I said, storage is storage, and we're not going to say no. So this is quite a large TV. It's a Sansui, and I'm going to measure it. It is about 50 inches.
50-inch TV.
That's pretty impressive. You have a sound bar here. You have obviously a fireplace. And then let's go ahead, and there's a foot flip here that opens up the latch to your hidden storage, which isn't really hidden anymore because everybody knows about it. So this I love. This is so nice for spices. Everybody always wants to know, what do you do with your spices? This is fantastic, and it doesn't take up like drawer space or cabinet space. I love that. These shelves are movable or removable, and then you have some drawers down here that are all finished off very nicely. You have 3 of those drawers, and they are soft close. And then over here you have another shelf that is removable, and you have that awesome vertical storage for brooms, vacuums, whatever it is that you have that is tall, and you have nowhere to store it, which is our problem. We've tried a million places. One thing too that I do want to mention, we've mentioned this in a short that we've had and in a couple other videos. We were curious about, how kids get out of here. If a kid is playing hide and seek and wants to, and somebody shuts them in back here, they are locked in. There is no way for them to get out. And that is something that we would like to bring to the attention of the RV manufacturers, because this would be a great spot for hide and seek. But if you can't get out, it's also terrifying, claustrophobic, could turn into a real tragedy. So we want to bring that to the attention of the RV manufacturers and have them figure out a way where if you're stuck in there, you could get out.
We think there should be a pull handle on the inside, or like they use those glow-in-the-dark handles in car trunks. Something obvious that you can tug on if you're stuck in there and panicking.
Especially if you're a little kid and you don't know, something that's super obvious. So let's go ahead and take a look at the kitchen, which is amazing. Just like I said, these cabinets are very substantial. Again, these are, you can move these shelves or remove them, which is fantastic. There's one on each side. All right. This is so nice. Has nice hinge on there that stays up. Ours does not. But we don't.
It does now.
Well, it does now, thanks to Dan. He added some.
We have
some
a baby
struts,
Jayco.
but yeah. I love this window back here. It is a nice window. It's not some little janky, tiny, window. It is like a nice window. This is also, you can see, I walked in and I was like, what the heck? This is like, don't mess with these burners. I'm telling you right now. They are, they're a force to be reckoned with. And then you have a really nice oven. Everybody always says, you could put a turkey in there. And I told Dan yesterday, I'm like, how many times do people really put turkeys in there? Probably, 1 out of 10 people. I don't know. But anyway.
Maybe 1 out of 99.
Yeah. Nice drawers. They're very deep. Go all the way back. Got some more down here. This one has a shelf, and I don't think this one does. Yeah, this one's more open, which is nice. And again, another nice long drawer that goes all the way back. This is, when I was first looking, I was like, there's nowhere for a garbage can. But, oh yes, there is. There's room for 2. So 2 garbage cans, and then you have a built-in cutting board, which is great. You can put the garbage through this little hole if you want. I've actually seen a couple people who have modified this that didn't like it, and they just made it into another drawer, which is great as well. This is something that is really unusual, to have drawers under the sink. And when I opened them, I thought, oh, these are going to be really tiny and nothing's. But check that out. They actually, that's a nice size drawer. It's a nice size drawer. So it's really great to have this extra space here. You have a plug-in right here and here. This has slats in it for probably like cookie sheets, lids, things like that. And then we have a utensil drawer here. And then of course the famous sink that everyone loves. It's beautiful. The TikTok sink. So you have your cup rinser and all the goodies here, a really nice high faucet. One thing that I do want to show you is this. This is one of those really cool features I was talking about. Check this out. It looks like it's a waterfall type countertop, but really it says pull before flipping up and then flip down before pushing in. So we're going to pull it out. So it pulls out just that far. And then you lift it up. Check that out. That gives you, I'm going to measure, about, how much more? 19 more inches of countertop space. That's substantial. And then to put it down, you just reach down here. There's 2 little things that you clip down. You fold it down, and then you nicely push it back in, and you're done. So that is, you could even put bar stools here if you wanted to have some more people eat here. Let's get to this fridge. This is a residential fridge. It is as big as our fridge at home. It is, first of all, it's really nice and cool, so it feels nice when you open it. But it has, there's shelves there that you can put in the side. Has a nice full size or freezer. Obviously, it has water. It has ice. All the bells and whistles that you love on your fridge at home, you can now have in your rig, which is amazing. All right, we have a couple more little storage spaces here. I love this space. It has some hooks. I don't know if you could put coats in here. I guess if you really shoved them in, you probably could. But this is just nice to use as an option for, whatever it is that you might need. There is a plug-in in this one, all right, and which is really nice. So, I didn't show you the pantry. We got to go to the pantry. Oh, it's not a pantry! It's so exciting. Look at this. It is a bunk room, and not just a bunk room. It is like the master of all bunk rooms. Check this out. First of all, super comfy seating. Okay. Really nice. I don't even know. I didn't even look to see if this makes into a bed. Should I look and see?
It is a trifold.
Oh, it is. Look at that. Okay, so this makes into a bed. This bunk, which these aren't really my favorite just because, oh, I need to hitch it here or unlock it here. I would probably pull this out because I like the light in this room. This really blocks it, but if you're sleeping a lot of people, you're going to love this. This is one of those teddy bear mattresses, super comfy. So you can sleep here, you can sleep here. And then you have this really nice space. This is nice and deep. Like it's not some little, you know, little teeny space. You could put some baskets in here with clothes. That'd be, I mean, a great, and there's a little lip so things don't fall off. Check out this desk space. I love this. They never give you enough leg room under the desk. And this has like, you can put your legs under there. It's amazing. It's amazing. And look at all this space. So you have that. You have shelves here, really nice shelves, and obviously the TV. You have some little teeny tiny storage spaces up here for probably socks and underwear. They're not that big, but again, we're not going to say no storage. More storage is better than less. All right? But wait, there's more. Maybe some of you have already figured it out. I'm going to show you. I'm a little scared to do it because the guy here at Camping World said this is actually quite heavy, but I'm gonna attempt to do it. Oop. Maybe. I might need Dan's help.
It's a red handle down there you pull.
I pull this handle? Okay. Oh,
careful.
I got it. Okay.
Don't let small kids do this.
Yeah. So watch the desk. The desk, as it goes down, it folds under, and then check this out. It is a full-size bed. Yep, full size, no joke, full-size bed right here. So I don't know why you would pull this out when you have this, but I guess if you have all of your computer stuff set up and you don't want to take it down, then you can just pull out this bed. But I'd much rather sleep on this. Is this not the coolest thing ever?
I've been dreaming of this for
a
couple years, and when we saw some information on this unit, I was thrilled. This is such a great idea.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. So anyway, that was one of the exciting things I wanted to show you. On top of all the other fun stuff that I've showed you. It's a little tight, but you know what? I don't care. All right, we're gonna put this thing back up.
I'm coming in for the assist.
Yeah, you have like 3 fingers helping.
It's one arm. For the record, there's 5 fingers right there.
All right.
Who pushes it up with 3?
Well, I did most of the work.
No, someone has 3 fingers. That wasn't any kind of a slight. I understand things happen.
Okay, let's get this. All right, I did it with just a teeny help from you. Yeah, but I mean, really, in all reality, if you want to keep this a working desk with stuff on shelves, you probably would just pull this out, you know, unless you have really special company.
Well, and you can always take the contents and put them in those shelves back there.
Yeah.
Put your laptop away, maybe not put out your aloe vera plant collection.
Oh, anyway, that is a cool room. I love that room.
You've got the BM Pro digital control, so you can load up your app. You also have the fan control for that ceiling fan in there. I'm going to point this out. You've got the BL extender. This is basically a Bluetooth extender. It has an antenna here. So all the Bluetooth components that are used in this trailer, they have a nice long range. You can control everything through your app.
I forgot to mention, because I was so enamored with the lighting, I forgot to mention the ceiling fan. There is a ceiling fan.
There it is. Let's get a good shot of that. It's a good looking one too.
It is. It looks really nice. It gets 3 blades. We have an AC up here, a Coleman Mach.
Oh, this must be the third AC. So this is a direct dump. And then the one back here is going to be a whisper quiet. And the one up in the bedroom is also whisper quiet.
All right, so a couple things just right here. You have some stairs where you can put your shoes underneath, which is really nice. And then you also have central vacuum system, which is really great. So you can sweep things right in there. And then, as if that bunk room wasn't enough, you have a loft over the bunk. You have 2 twin size teddy bear mattresses. You have some storage in the back with some netting. You have TV backer right here, some plug-ins. Of course, you have the ladder to get up there. I love you all, but I'm not getting up there. So, I mean, this thing sleeps like your whole neighborhood. Also, there is, if you want to take these mats out, this is carpeted underneath, which is so nice. So if you want to put storage up here, your bins won't really move around too much, things like that, which is great. So let's go to the bathroom. Not really, but you know what I mean. So the bathroom in bunk models and in toy haulers, that's usually where you kind of give up some space. Even though we're giving up some space, this is still a fantastic bathroom. You have some hooks here. You have a foot flush, a porcelain toilet.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Nothing is getting out of there. I'm telling you right now. Nothing's getting out of there. I don't care what road you drive on. Yeah. So, the openings on this seem like they're kind of narrow. However, it does go back deeper, maybe about 6 inches or so. So you do have a wider spot in here. It does not go all the way back to the shower. It goes maybe to right about here, I would say. We would really love to see one of the pull-out options, storage options in this particular space. That would have been just a really nice bonus, but we're not going to complain about storage because we love it. The shower is nice and wide. Number one, I love this. Check this out. You have shower, 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 shower. You have like all these options. It's amazing. It's amazing. They actually gave you shelves with a little lip, which is so generous. A little stool or a little teak bench to sit on that I'm sure folds up. I always feel a little questionable sitting on these, but I think it's okay. If anything, I could put my foot on it to shave, but it folds up. Really nice size shower. Going over here, you do have some counter space, which I love. Nice size sink, not too small. And one thing that I like is that this is up a little bit higher. Sometimes the spout for the faucet is just really low. This gives you some nice space in here. So we have a little medicine cabinet, backlighting, accent lighting. You have a towel ring. You have plug-ins here. You have toilet paper holder. This is a little obstructed right here, so you don't have this full space. You have just a little space here. You could probably fit a tiny garbage can there or one over here. And then you have 3 finished, nice, soft closed drawers. Maybe. There you go. Just needed a little bit of help. So, and then you have a barn door, which is great.
A pocket door.
Pocket door. Sorry, not a barn door. A pocket door. Sometime I'll tell you my story about my pocket door that I had before I married Dan, and I was trying to be super, super handy, and I was going to put a towel bar up on the wall. And so, come here. So I put the towel bar up in my bathroom, like right here, and I was so proud of myself until I went to close this and I had screwed the towel bar into the pocket door. It was a moment of shame. I did want to mention this. There are all the blinds in here. You do have a day blind and then a blackout shade. So I did not mention that before. So, and that is on all the windows. Come on in to the bedroom. It's amazing. This space right here is fantastic. I don't know if it's like, I love white, so I don't know if it's like the bedding that makes me love it even more. It's just so nice in here. Nice barrel ceiling. You do have, if you watch me, you know, I have to have a nightstand. I'm not a super fan of this right here, like still feels kind of claustrophobic to me. But this is a king size bed. So I'm sure you could probably get it with a queen.
It does have a queen option.
Yeah, with some nightstands on the side. But this is enough for, you know, your phone. There are plug-ins. I think here's a USB right here. Another USB on that side. So, and generous space on this side. Not quite as much on that side, but really, really nice. Let me just show this. Sorry, I kind of went the wrong way, but... So you can open this up for your little secret, not so secret storage. You have a TV. You have really nice drawers. Again, these are never as like deep as I would like them, but they're nice and tall. So, and these are made actually really well. I love it when the drawers are all finished off. Let's look at the under bed storage. So it is super easy to lift up and substantial because it's a king size bed. So this is another great place to store extra things, extra clothes, seasonal clothes, things like that. But speaking of clothes, I love the way this looks. This is so beautiful as far as I'm concerned. I normally don't like mirrors that have these slats in them, but these are finished off so nicely. I just think it goes really well with everything else. This is just really, really gorgeous. So light that automatically comes on. You have a hanging bar. You have storage behind. You actually have another USB and a plug-in outlet in here. And then on the other side, again, another light, some more storage. You have drawer space down here, which is much deeper. This is a really deep, nice drawer. This is laundry hamper, but I suppose if you wanted to throw shoes in here or something, you could definitely do that as well. A couple more drawers, and everybody knows what this is. It's either hanging storage or it is your washer, dryer, stackable, or you could do a combo. These are the chairs. I think I mentioned earlier about the chairs kind of taking up a lot of space. If you really need them, you could just keep them at the table, I'm guessing. I'm not quite sure. This is not something that we would probably keep because this is important space to us when we have 3 dogs. So a washer and dryer would be a must. Again, though, if it's hanging storage, you have some little cubbies back there and some plug-in outlets. And again, it's lit. So, oops, there's a special way to do it. There we go. I love this rig. I hope you guys like it too. We have been super impressed. There's all sorts of little really cool things about it. And if you get a chance to take a look at one, I say go for it. If this fits your needs, we love our Jayco and we love this rig.
Okay, here we go with a look at the outside. Let's start at the business end. You've got this great LED light bar to keep it nice and bright when you're either disconnecting or hooking up. Speaking of which, you've got this MORryde rubber pin box. Very nice. Up here in the front garage, you've got a 6-point hydraulic leveling system. So there's your reservoir. Got some storage up here. Here's your battery bay. Now this is huge. You've got room for probably 6 batteries. Then you've got some more space over here. I believe you can get this generator prepped or even ordered with a generator. Moving around to the side, let's take a look in the propane tank storage. Now this is crazy. They give you 120 total pounds of propane storage. You've got 140-pound tank right there. And this garage is gigantic, which is what you'd expect with a trailer like this. Got some JBL sound control so you can, I guess, manage your tunes in the outdoors. Here is your vacuum system for that little sweeper vac that's in the inside. That's where you're going to clean it out. You've got a plug over on this wall, TV connections. There's your aluminum framing, also a radiant barrier, which I always think is fantastic inside of a fifth wheel. In this baggage compartment, you've got a slide-out grill, the Halo. I've heard good things about that one, and a refrigerator. You've got solid steps and also the infamous safety rail. And then over the top of you, on this end, you've got a 20-foot awning. And then over here on the slide, you've got an 11-foot awning. So you got plenty of room for shade here. Let's take a look underneath the main living room slide. You've got rack and pinion through frame mechanisms. Let's take a look at the back. I'm going to back up a little bit here. Look at the back of this thing. This almost looks automotive. I love that that light bar across the back. There's your 50 amp service going into the back. Over here, once again, rack and pinion. This is going to be on your kitchen slide. And then let's take a quick look over at this. Now, I love that they give you access to the refrigerator. You've got access to your lines. This does have a water dispenser and a ice maker. Easy access in case you have any kind of issues. You can also clean and maintain your fridge with this. Love it. All right, let's take a look at the slide now. This is going to be in that mid-bunk room. This is a Schwintek slide. I know these aren't the most popular in the industry, but we've had these before, and as long as we kept it maintained and properly adjusted when we moved it in and out, never had any issues. Here's one of your hydraulic leveling jacks. You've got a total of 6 on this unit, and also you've got a single sewer discharge point, which is really nice. When you're setting up, you just have one hose to connect. All right, let's take a look over on this side of the slide. We've got this support arm that looks like it routes some wiring there, but also looks like it provides extra support for that Murphy room. If you're familiar with this, go ahead and leave a comment below. I haven't seen this one before. All right, you've got a Suburban furnace. You've also got a Suburban instant hot water heater. And then here's your wet bay. You've got everything you would expect. I like that it's enclosed, of course, so everything drains out the bottom if there is a leak. Now look at this interesting placement of the auto level control right there at the top. I don't think this is an issue. I can reach it easily and be able to see the hitch up front when I'm working with it, so I think that is going to be okay, although kind of an interesting placement. All right, on the bedroom slide, you've got a Schwintek mechanism again. You've got water filter and water softening in this unit. You also have a hook for your hoses and cores, which is always handy. Over on the other side here, we've got another plug. You've got a light, of course. And then behind these doors, we've got your other 2 40-pound propane tanks. You are definitely not going to be filling up too often with all this propane. Here's a quick peek at the label. You can pause. And here is the star of the show on the outside, the Dexter Tow Assist. Now, this light right here is going to turn green when everything's working. You've got anti-lock brakes, also sway control, so it will use the ABS system to help straighten you out and keep your path stable if you run into trouble. And it also has an app you can connect to show you an odometer of how many miles you've put on the trailer. All right, that's going to wrap up look at the outside, and as usual, the Northpoint just looks gorgeous. Before we go, we want to give a shout out to Camping World in Kaysville, Utah, and to Adam Smith and his team for setting up this RV so we could do this walkthrough. We loved working with Adam. In fact, that's who we bought our own RV from, and it's where we always go for service. They do an outstanding job every time. If you'd like to contact Adam or Camping World in Kaysville, we'll drop a link in the description below.
Thanks for watching. We'll pin a comment where we'll share updates or additional information, and you can find the manufacturer's link in the description. And if you enjoyed this review, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It helps our channel, and we love to know who's watching. And while you're at it, drop us a comment too. We read them all, and I promise to respond. We really do love hearing from our viewers. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep it campy.